let's go ahead and move into my main topic then.
Okay.
So my main topic was, and this is kind of the actual topic name is a little.
I don't like it.
He doesn't like it.
I think it's a little too heady.
Is it a little too heady?
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it makes it sound pretentious. And we're not pretentious people. I'm not.
You think that, ouch. So you,
Whoops, that just slipped.
so you kind of think sometimes I get a little too far in the weeds and a little heady
Yeah.
for you, but maybe you guys enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I want to bring up the topic that pedals do nothing.
Okay.
And I heard this quote the other day, and it kind of got me thinking about it. It's wherever you go, you are always there.
Uh-huh.
Right? And I got thinking about that with guitar gear and with pedals. And I guess you could say it about gear in general, but especially pedals.
Mm-hmm.
I go through playing a lot of different pedals, and it feels like at the end of the day, whenever I get through them all, especially when I'm A-B in a lot of them, I get done, and I was kind of trying to make all the pedals sound the same. Even though I was trying to compare different types of pedals together. Like, I was trying to get them to sound the same, and then my touch and my feel. Like, every time I play a different pedal, I mean, don't get me wrong, they all sound and play and feel different. But, like, ultimately, they all kind of, everywhere I go and every pedal I plug in, there I am again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's ultimately down to your fingers.
Right.
And am I really trying to find different pedals, or am I really just trying to find that sound in my head out of all these different pedals? What's your thoughts on this? Everywhere you go, are you always there?
You're gonna play. I don't know how to describe it, other than like everyone's got their signature thing, or everyone's got their own flavor to their sound. Now, I will say there are some really talented musicians out there that can flex, like Greg Koch. Like, he can play anything.
Yep.
That guy can play. He can sound like anything. He's a chameleon.
And he can play it on a board with a string.
Yeah. So that he's an exception for sure. But I will say, like, I don't know. To me, like, pedals, no, they won't change how you sound or play. They might change like what you're inspired by, or
what you're inspired to play, maybe.
To play, that's what I mean. It gives you a different tonality to make you want to play different things. No, pedals don't. I mean, when it comes down to it, like, pedals are just an extension of how you play. Like, it's not gonna make you this awesome player. I mean, I don't know. I say that, but like, I'm always on the hunt for a new overdrive.
I fight with this because I do buy that pedals don't matter. Wherever you go, you're always there. Absolutely, that's true. But I'm always searching, and I'm the biggest gear nut comparable with anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm delving deep into this stuff. And I'm always on the hunt for another piece of gear, another pedal, because it does change your inspiration and how you play and everything. But I've also went down the route before of, if I buy that pedal and have that pedal with that amp,
oh yeah,
man, I'm going to sound like them and be able to play like them.
Yep.
And it's just not how it works.
No.
Because wherever they go, they're there with their gear. But whenever I play, it's just always me there,
Yeah.
which is a blessing and a curse. Like you said, it builds your own voice and it drives you that way. But I think sometimes I get wrapped up in the gear thinking like, well, if I go to this place, it's going to be amazing with gear.
Well, this channel is not going to help you out.
No, it's not.
We're talking about gear.
But I'm obsessed with it, and like, there's a healthy obsession with it.
I think we have a healthy obsession. We're not going out and buying 59 Les Pauls every week. We're not Joe Bonamassa and having a museum.
You don't have to buy like expensive things though. I mean, you can buy a $50 or $100 pedal and be buying 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's probably an unhealthy place to be or whatever, but I think you're right. I think we are at a healthy place with it. However, it is sometimes hard to kind of pull the reins in and like realize, no, don't get so wrapped up in this.
Well, it's kind of like, we might have touched on this before, but like, you're always looking for the next thing. Like, I just got my Princeton, and now I'm looking at pedals. I just got my pedals, so now I'm looking at, can I change a treble bleed circuit in my guitar or something like that. You're always looking at how to tweak things to make it more inspiring. I think the big thing is, don't expect a new piece of gear to radically change what you think about guitar or play on guitar. Like, don't expect the gear to change you, but you can change what you play because of the gear. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's well put, I think. Yeah, I think that's really well put, actually.
Wow, I'm pretty proud of myself.
So, yeah, I just kind of want to bring that up. I thought about it and thought to myself, we need to talk about this because we are a channel that is predominantly talking about gear. And we talk about it.
We're passionate about it.
Very passionate about it. But the ultimate reason for us being passionate about it is not for the sake of gear. It's not for the sake of buying this gear and you will sound like this. It's not for the sake of being a collector or hoarder. The reason why we talk about it and that we are so obsessed with it is finding that connection between your soul and what you want to push across in your music and making you get that across the easiest way with the less friction, the shortest place from the emotional content of the music you're trying to get out and the listener being able to hear that.
What it comes down to is this channel is meant for a average musician, whether that's in your bedroom, whether it's the local musician. We're not going to pretend that we are Tom Bukovac and Guthrie Trapp because they are the experts. We're not. But we want to give you advice, or maybe to just talk about content that you're interested in as a normal, average musician that gets inspired, that really feels like music helps you in some sort of emotional way or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's for that almost like average Joe type of guitar player. Tom Bukovac, Guthrie Trapp, those guys are the top 1% of guitar players.
Right.
That it's amazing to listen to that, and I follow their channels and watch all their stuff, and I pick up things from them, and I am very, very happy that we are able to do that, and very appreciative that their channels are out there. And not saying their channels aren't for the average Joe, because they absolutely are, and they talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
However, we're just kind of giving our perspective on it because we're out there gigging. We're out there playing in our bedrooms too, but we're out playing live and trying to do this type of thing. And sometimes their perspectives are super valid in everything they're doing. But sometimes where they set, like Joe Bonamassa, it's cool that he's got all these 59 Les Pauls and all these different things. And he can talk about all the differences, and I want to watch all that and hear all that. However, I'm not for sure how much of it is real relatable to where I'm going to be next weekend down at the bar,
right,
where there's, 70 people and I'm playing, the standard cover tune.
I will say I'm super thankful that, Joe, Guthrie, Tom, none of them really boast.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
How disheartening would it be if they're boasting all the time? So that's why I think a lot of people like them too. But like we talked about, we have, I would say, average income, and we want to be practical. We still have families we want to support. This is not our livelihood playing. This
Right.
is more of a hobby.
Yeah.
But it's something we're passionate about. So that's kind of what this channel is about. We want to make sure that, we talk to you all, and give us ideas too, because there are sometimes you might have a great idea that we haven't thought about. But this is really to just make a community,
Yeah.
more than anything. And we're two brothers that like talking about gear. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know how we got this far off the subject
yeah, me either.
at this point, but you're
If
right.
you're still watching, congrats.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, though. I love the search for gear. I love the search for new tones and new inspiration. But I have to remember, occasionally, because I get really deep in the weeds, occasionally I have to remember the fact of, no matter where I go and what I plug into, it's going to be me there. I need to concentrate on getting that emotional response across, or whatever I'm trying to portray across. Yeah. Or maybe it's just for me and I'm having fun, like you said. Like, it's a little bit of a good thing for me and my soul to be playing guitar. And sometimes if I'm tweaking knobs, I'm not doing that. Most of the time I'm not, actually. And if I'm sitting down just playing and I'm connected.
Yeah. If guitar is your therapy, This is your channel.
That's right. So, no matter where you go, you're always there.
Oh gosh. All right, we're gonna end it like that, but I don't want to.
Pedals don't do anything.
Okay.
That's not true. But you know what I'm saying, I think, guys, especially if you made it this far.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.